Hi, gorgeous. Looking to regret your life choices? Oh, not with me. I just meant since you're in this bar at this hour, maybe you were, in which case I'd happily direct you to the giant tattooed man by the door. Oh, I'm not prejudiced, not for tattoos and not for tattooing. This, I'm afraid, is absolutely me talking from experience. That man, trust me, he is as kind and mild-mannered and pleasant as he is small, and even less competent. Oh, you shouldn't have asked me that. But since you did, I guess I'll tell you, and to compensate you, I should probably buy you a drink. So, what will it be? Right, you heard the lady, and make it 2 of those. I don't know if I like it, but I try anything once. I have a passion for looking for trouble, as you're about to find out. Well, I was getting in line for this bar, which I suppose was looking for trouble well enough, and the people in front of me started to disagree somewhat loudly with each other. Something about the real Star Wars. I think we should probably just leave it at that. Well, that's when Mike popped in to expertly make everything worse. He promptly told them that he wanted to toss some people around, and if they didn't shut up, he would start with them. Well, they were angry, they were waiting in line, might have been a little bit drunk, but I was also there, and at this point I couldn't really keep out of it. I told him, you don't want to toss people around. You want to go home and rethink your life. Well, I'm glad someone appreciates a good reference. Oh, they did. They did. They absolutely stopped arguing, and they were happy, but Mike, of course, couldn't stand people being happy in line, so he needed someone to toss, and since I was the one who was currently being annoying by helping him do his job, that someone was going to be me. Oh, he did proudly proclaim that for that clever remark, since, being clever is always illegal, he was going to throw me out. Yes, it was quite an achievement to throw me out before I had even entered, but I didn't think mentioning this would make much of a difference, so he tossed me. Well, being a passionate seeker of trouble, I have been tossed and roughed up and rumbled and tumbled by a few mics in my day, so I have a skill for landing on my feet. Oh, I am, in fact, here right now. That's very astute. Well, I took a walk around the block. Met a nice drunk man, borrowed his hat, and put my glasses in my pocket, my coat around my waist, and got back in line. Maybe that would have been enough, but I had a few more ideas up my sleeve. In the line, I met a fairly drunk man and talked to him about sports. Yes, apparently he cared a lot about it, and by the time we reached the end of the line, we were both the best of friends. This is where I produced my distraction device. It's a CIA standard. I could show you, but then obviously I would have to kill you. That is a good point. A good agent wouldn't mention to a person they just met that they work with the CIA. Well, if I do, hypothetically speaking, of course, maybe I'm just counting on you to do the sensible thing and not bring it up with anyone. Or that, I guess, that's actually a lot better of an idea than the one I had. Either way, I think this is a great time to show you my distraction device. You actually might have seen one of these before. It's called a wallet. You open it up like this. Then you take out one of these. And you use it to make this sound. It will instantly capture the attention of anyone who works in a bar for some reason. Yes, there you go. Keep the change. So, I gave Mike a nice and crisp bill and pointed at my friend, and I said, "Don't worry, Mike, it's all right. He's with me." Which, to Mike, clarified two things. One, it most definitely was all right. And two, after that, I walked up to the bar, found myself the most gorgeous person there, and nearly bored them half to death. But at least I used this high-tech CIA device to pay for the drink, so that's something. Yes, it would be. And this brings you just about up to speed. There is two more things. For starters, I mentioned to one of the real Star Wars fans before I cut them in line that the prequels were obviously better. Well, as I said, I have a passion for looking for trouble. They did promise they would beat me up real good about it, but there was several people between us at the time because, well, I'm quite good with cutting lines as it happens. That would get me in trouble with Mike, but I had this magnificent CIA device, don't forget. So that should take care of him, at least temporarily. Well, temporarily because a little bit of sleight of hand might have been involved, so the bill he actually got wasn't really that magnificent. And if perchance he actually stopped to look at it, at some point he is going to, well, be unhappy about it. You see, that's where you come in. Quite right. This evening is going to end in one of three ways for me. Either Mike is going to boot up the brain cell and get over here and toss me out a second time, or obviously the Star Wars fans are going to get all of their friends and go full Wookiee on me. I have enjoyed it some, and actually, it's about time I tell you something that every woman needs to hear at least once in their life. It's okay to not have watched Star Wars. Well, there seems to be a lot of opinions about that. But it really is. Either way, the third option, and one I am partial to myself, is that you and me leave this place and go for a walk in the moonlight, far away from this specific trouble. Oh, trust me, neither of them will lay a hand on me if I'm in company with you. I do, in fact, speak from experience. If you have the company of the most gorgeous human being at the bar, no nerd or doorman is going to give you any sort of trouble. I have, in fact, gotten away with a lot worse, for a lot less pretty of a company. So, I guess in the end, it's up to you. Do you want to stay here and regret not going? Or do you want to go look for trouble with me? if you insist, that part is optional. Well, if you say it.